Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on the channel, and I'm here to talk about some NASCAR news. NASCAR news episode 46, I haven't done it in 2 days, so I've been focused more on the NBA draft, covering that, and NBA news, and the draft, basically. So, yeah, uploaded wrestling news and NBA news. If you haven't go watch those, go watch those. And we're talking about some NASCAR news. Right quick, I want to talk about this. Nashville Super Speedway says grandstand tickets have sold out for Sunday. Have some standing room only and premium tickets available for Sunday night's race at 7 p.m. I believe the capacity is around 32,000 since they took out some temporary stands. They definitely made up for those removed seats by adding camping spots and a new VIP section off of Ford. Those are sold out as well. I think that's a good addition to the track. But maybe there might be some weather, so they may have to have some severe weather plans in place, maybe. But that's 7 sellouts this year. Daytona, Cali with Auto Club, Phoenix, Gateway, Wilkesboro, Charlotte, and now Nashville. That's 7 sellouts this year. Jenson Button had an interesting comment. He talked about the Bob Parkers, the former Formula 1 champion. Jenson Button will go from racing a stock car at Le Mans. So he's going to race a stock car at Le Mans to then racing the streets of Chicago, where he expects the Cup race next week to rank among the cool factor. He said, "Well, I think it's probably the first time I raced in an actual city in a racing car," end quote. He mentioned Monaco in the interview and how it's different. Monaco isn't much of a race, to be honest. They can't pass. Like, Chicago's 231.7 square miles, Monaco's 78 square miles. It's just my biggest fear of that track is the safety, because the course is like too narrow and there'll be high driver aggression. But NASCAR's Julia Geese, or Geese, how do you say your name, who is the president of the Chicago Street Race, describes what has been the biggest hurdle in getting ready for the event and how she will evaluate the success. She left Phoenix after the championship last year to do the Chicago project. Well, I guess they can enjoy it. They should just come back to Road America. Or Chicagoland. Why do we have to have this? I have a feeling this will be a bad race weekend. I'm willing to give it a chance. I'll give it a chance, but but when it becomes a wreck fest and a boring race, yeah, you won't hear any positive stuff from me after that race review. During that race review. Well, according to the spotters, I would think the biggest concern would be getting the armored vehicles they need to feel safe. But I feel like anyone can handle them with the spotters, but I think she's pretty knowledgeable. According to like somebody, they have a good individual for this inaugural event, but I just don't know if it's gonna work. I feel like I saw this interview. It might be a terrible race, but it's just the track's too narrow, the high driver aggression. I'm just concerned with the driver safety, because so many people get injured in these. A few people got injured in these cars. Hopefully not this weekend, though. Kyle Weatherman is now driving the JD Motorsports number 4 in the Xfinity race at Nashville. Smithley was scheduled to drive. The team says Weatherman potentially could run the remainder of the season in the car. It should have stayed that way from the start. Like, the dude's a wheelman. He should be having an Xfinity ride full time somewhere. At least in my opinion. It's a major W. No offense to Smithley, but he just wasn't it at all. Smithley had the sponsor money and was signed the rest of the year. He was that bad, the money wasn't worth it. And the JD Motorsport cars are just trash. But Curry had some decent run last year. Chastain has in the past. It's just, he ain't it. Hopefully Weatherman can land a good ride next year. But sadly, they were one of the best small teams in the Xfinity Series 5-6 years ago. But as soon as they started putting drivers that brought money with no talent to drive in it, they just dropped to back market back marker team. But first they fire Curry, now Smithley. Watch them fire Kyle Weatherman. At the Nashville, this is hot in here, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry I'm not leaning back so much. I guess because of this shirt, but I don't feel like taking it off. At the Nashville Fair Board meeting last week, Bristol unveiled some new conceptual renderings for fairgrounds. The first Metro Council reading of the bill on Bristol's proposal need 3 readings and expected public comment hearings scheduled on July 6th from the Nashville Fairgrounds. This is the way. And that place would be so cool. I really hope this comes to fruition. Hopefully this actually happens, because I would love to see this track come back. I hope this gets approved. Which drivers want this to come back? Chase Elliott wants it to come back. I'm pretty sure most drivers would definitely love this track to come back. It just needs to get approved. So the money, the purses for this week, Cup is $8,516,134. Xfinity's $1,616,383, and Trucks is $940,852. I honestly don't know if in the truck purse is a typo. It wouldn't shock me if it was like $940. I think it's $940. But it seems like a larger truck purse than normal. That's great to see. It's better than normal. With no competitive pit stops at Road America for Xfinity race later this summer and no asphalt to repave in the off-season, the stages will be 22, 12, and 11, not 15, 15, 15 with a comp caution in the first stage around lap 10, and then brakes for tires to fill in at the end of each stage. They need to get rid of the scheduled cautions at road courses, or I'll say it happen between lap whatever and lap 10, even if it's going to be non-competitive cautions. But one track they could do live pit stop and not lose a lap. It's just another pointless competition caution. Just have a day of testing or whatever, the day before the race weekend actually starts. Like, what's the point of these gimmick cautions? I just don't like it. NASCAR confirmed a waiver for Noah Gragson, and that Gragson and Corey Heim, who missed the Gateway race for illness, are cleared medically to race this weekend. Heim was already granted a waiver, and I'm pretty sure Noah will probably get granted a waiver as well. So they'll probably both be granted. Probably the easiest waiver they're ever going to be granted. So Noah Gragson will return after the concussion. And Lumar has extended its deal with Hendrick Motorsports to sponsor Chase Elliott for 3 more years through 2026. It will be the primary for 2 races each season. It will have 3 in 2023, Daytona, Talladega, and Vegas. Vegas was already announced, but Daytona and Talladega. And I think along with Darlington as well, 4 races for Lumar in 2023. Tony Stewart, or Josh Berry's going to the 4-car next year as expected. That was the big announcement, as reported 2 days ago. Tony Stewart said they didn't have a long list of candidates for the 4-car. He said they focused on Josh Berry, who will replace Harvick in the 4-car. So they didn't really look at many other options. They looked at Josh Berry, and Berry's a bad choice. They should downsize to like 2 or 3 cars. And the sponsorship is open. They've had talks with others like sponsors, but nothing to announce yet. But they'll get some sponsors for Josh. And the news release did not indicate anything beyond 2024 for Berry, but it's a multi-year deal. So it's a multi-year deal for Berry. That's such a good addition to that team over there, at least in my opinion. But yeah, that's all I'll say for this NASCAR news. So, until next time, have a lot. Peace.